Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Q back again. So, hey, how you doing today? Hope you're having a lovely day. Um, I'm doing all right. Not too bad today. Don't mind the lighting. My lighting is kind of shit, but I'm doing pretty good. What to go on here today is talk a little bit about myself today. So, I'm gonna try to make these videos every day. Start posting them on YouTube. I'm doing pretty good. I am Quentin. I am 23 year old. I was born up in Knoxville, Tennessee originally. I've been military kid for most of my life. Well, not anymore, but I was. I used to live up in before here. I lived up in what do you call it? Before I live in Texas now. Back then, I lived up in Honolulu, Hawaii. I was there for about a couple years while my dad was stationed up there up in Schofield. He was in the military for about 12 years, and then before that, I was lived up in lovely old upstate New York, where it snows. About 30 miles from Canada. Lived up in Watertown, New York. And before that, I was actually born in Knoxville, Tennessee originally, but I moved up to Watertown, New York when I was about 8 or 9 years old. Left there, moved there. I was there until about I was 12 years old. I moved down to Honolulu, Hawaii, and when I was 13, I was there from when I was 13 till I was 15. 15? I think I was 15. Maybe 15, 16 around that time. Then moved down to Texas. I've been in Texas since 2018, so it's now 2026 now. So I'm now 23 now. So I've been here about almost 8 or 9 years. So it's been pretty cool. I also became a truck. We're gonna go backtrack. We're gonna go to the truck driving part. But I ended up starting. So I used to work as a Domino's driver when I was. I used to work. So I went through high school, went to Ellison High School, and also went up to Harker Heights High School. If anybody know where the hell that is, Central Texas area. But high school was pretty cool. Do I miss it? Some days I miss it, some days I don't. Being an adult, man, that's the one thing I learned about life, man. My parents never told me. It is hard being an adult at this day and time, man. It is crazy how fucked up life has became over the years. I mean, I remember when I used to go outside, and remember when going outside with your friends was a thing, right? That doesn't exist no more, sadly, because with the things that happen in our lives and things are changing with this fucked up world, it's ridiculous. But it's crazy though, because it makes me go back to my memories, and I backtrack and think of like how nice of a childhood I had it growing up compared to the kids that are being raised now with the damn telephones in their damn faces. From just put the hey kid, come on son, let's put on a TV show for you, man. We're just gonna watch TV all day. Like, what the fuck happened, man? I mean, I know what happened, but what the fuck happened? It's so sad that it's just so sad that as life, as you get older, as a person, as a human being, things change for the better or worse, and it ain't get looking too good. But you know, it ain't that bad. But I would say it's been pretty cool. But yeah, I graduated high school back in 2022. I was graduated with a 3.5 GPA, surprisingly, because my ass wanted to drop out when I was a sophomore, freshman, no, junior in high school. About junior year of high school, I was like, man, fuck this school bullshit, right? And hold up, I was saying, but I wanted to drop out of high school because I got to the point where it was around COVID time, around 2021. It's when I think it was 2020, 2021 COVID happened, right? And everybody was doing online school, all that bullshit, and learning shit from online school. And I remember, man, I said, man, fuck this fucking math class and the social studies. Was it social studies? Nah, it was algebra and it was one of those. It was mainly math. I fucking hate math with a passion, especially algebra. And I was like, man, fuck this school shit. I'm gonna drop out and get my GED, right? I had to talk with my mother one time when I was around like 17, 18 years old. And I was like, man, I went through that GED practice test on my phone, bro. I looked at that shit, and I was like, oh, hell no, we ain't doing this shit, bro. We're going to graduate high school. So I decided to put in the work, graduated with 3.5 GPA. And right after 2022, I was working at Domino's Pizza. I was working there until I was about 19 years old. I worked there for about a year. Finished school with 3.5 GPA. I might have said that. Oh, it was back at Domino's. Gotta keep pausing the videos, but and remember where I left off at. But basically, I'm about to edit the shit out of these videos. But anyway, graduated high school, went to Domino's for about a year, Then I went to Universal Technical Institute up in Austin, Texas, in the end of July of 2022, I think. 2022. So left Domino's, went down to UTI, went to there for automotive and diesel technology too. I did the automotive program and the diesel program, right? And it was very nice. I mean, the sad part, I had to get up at about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning to drive an hour down to Austin, Texas. I had to be there by 6 o'clock in the morning every day. That was my drive. I drove about every day. I drove about at least 120 miles a day. Because after I got out of school ended at 7. No, school ended at, I don't remember what time school ended at. I think it ended at, I believe, like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I forgot what time. Might have been earlier than no. Might have been 8 o'clock. Yeah, I was only there for 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. I wasn't there that long. And I worked at Toyota. I used to work at Toyota up in Round Rock. I was there for about a year. I mean, before that, I also worked at Kia right next door at Round Rock. Kia Round Rock. I worked there for about 6 months. And it was pretty cool. I always loved cars. I always had a passion for cars. And it was pretty cool once I graduated. I graduated that school in 2020. I think 2024. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably about 2 years ago. Yeah, probably 2024. I don't know how long it's been. But I graduated, and it went pretty smoothly. I was working at Toyota still for that time being, and I wanted to go into the diesel field, right? Which didn't work out. I mean, it could have worked out, but at the time, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. I mean, I went to work on cars, but got tired of working on cars, so I decided I want to switch it up. So I went up to Illinois, up in Naperville, Illinois. If anybody know where the hell Naperville, Illinois is, I was up there for a little while. I lived up there for about 3 months. I went up there for more schooling for getting trained with Detroit's Freightliner specifically. Everybody know what trucking industry people know what I'm talking about. Some of them. No, everybody knows what a Detroit is. But I went up there for schooling for about 3 months. I had to move, pack my bags, and move all the way up to Illinois. It was about a 17-hour drive, about a little bit over 1,000 miles up there. And that was a wide awakening for me because my first time making alone from my parents and everything like that. So it was a new adventure for me, right? And it was good. I would say it was a really good experience to experience something different outside of my norm. And then I came back in May of 2024, might have been, I don't know the year specifically. I know it's right around that time frame. And basically when I got out, I moved back down to Texas, right? And I was supposed to have a job. But the problem with the jobs is all the jobs were taken that I wanted to go into. I was going to work for Rush Truck Centers up in New Braunfels or Kyle, somewhere around there, but going towards San Antonio, Texas. Everybody know where that is. And basically, it was about a 90-mile trip from where I live, and I was like, y'all ain't gonna pay me $25 an hour. I said, I ain't about to move down there. Now another job offer to move to Lufkin, Texas, middle of fucking nowhere. And at that point, I was like, you know what, hey, I guess it's not meant to be for the time being. I could always go back and do it. But I never checked the dealership down the street up in Temple, Texas. But I didn't go down there and check. But anyway, so then I had to talk with my parents about what I should do, right? You know, we gotta, you know, as you get older, you gotta have to talk to your parents because you don't want to be a nobody, okay? You want to be a nobody. So I decided to, my stepdad talked me into truck driving, right? And I was very skeptical about it at first mainly because it was something that I was totally against. And I just never understood it. I never understood it because I always was afraid of big ass semi trucks and all that type of stuff. And basically, I applied for this company. I work for them now. Still to this day, I've been there about a year and a half now as we speak. Going on 2 years of trucking. So trucking's been really good to me. But anyway, besides that, it was a pretty good experience. Trucking ain't easy. It's been the most stressful, demanding job because I'm never home. Like as of right now, I've been home for about 3 weeks. I've been home for a little while because I took home time back on the 28th of March. So I'll come home probably 3 to 4 to 5 times a year, roughly. I don't come home very often because I like being on the road. I've learned a lot about myself as a man and as a person of me growing and just learning how the world works and being okay, being and it's okay and letting myself to be okay when things don't go your way. Because the majority of my lifetime I've been spoiled as a kid growing up, and that has its pros and cons to it. For the most part, what I would say mostly. I'm so thankful for the opportunity in the trucking. I mean, I definitely learned a lot, met a lot of cool people. I got to travel to different parts of the country that most people don't get to see. I've been driven, mind you. I stopped at some of these places. I went to Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, West Virginia, Massachusetts. I think I've said Maine as well. So those are mainly the company we're out the Midwest region of the country. We don't go on the West Coast, sadly. Farthest we go is New Mexico, and New Mexico is shit. So I don't like going over there. But I'm definitely gonna start making some more videos for y'all because I don't make enough for y'all at all. But it's been a pretty great journey. I've been home for a little while. I'm ready to get back on the road. Something about being on the road, it changed me as a person. Like when I come home for home time, I struggle so badly to just adapt to being around people because I'm in a truck about 95% of the time. The only time I get out is when I get to a ship or a receiver. I have to use the bathroom, take a shower, and that's really about it. Or just simple work duty stuff, or a hook up to a trailer or stuff like that. And what I've learned is that trucking is my piece. Now, it ain't everybody's piece. I do get a lot of hate for it because a lot of females specifically, the ones I've dealt with over the years, they kind of hate it because I'm never around. And which, I mean, it is what I've never been around them anyway. So it don't really matter to me. But it's been a very great experience so far. I want to let you know that I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll update y'all tomorrow. Your boy Q, the truck driver. You can follow me on TikTok. It's your boy Q, the truck driver 22. I love you guys. Peace out.